Top of the morning, everybody. Today is June 17th, and this is a great day. This is the first time that I have had the boat on the water since April. We've had a pretty rough year this year. The spring season wasn't that good, and my wife had an accident and had broke something in her knee, and she had pretty extensive knee surgery. So I have been a nurse for the last 6+ weeks, and this is the first opportunity I have had to come out. So I'm excited. I'm gonna pull crankbaits today. Probably only get to fish a few hours, and we'll see what happens. We're not quite at the super hot dog days of summer yet, July and August, but I need to get out here and at least let the boat motor run a little bit. So I'm excited. Hang with me, let's see what happens. All right, this is my first stop. I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna be trolling crankbaits. I don't have any idea what depth I'm gonna target. I'm just gonna experiment. The lake level is still pretty low. Actually, we've already had 2 people drown in the lake this year. So, you know, hey, it's always dangerous. Water's always dangerous. I'm by myself, so you see the life jacket is on, and you know, I'm wearing all my safety stuff when I'm running down the lake and all that. So, but I don't know if the low water had anything to do with these drownings or what, but I'm the first boat today. It is a Wednesday, it's middle of the week, so we'll see what happens. All right, it's 6:20 a.m. I've got all the rods out, pulling 6 right now. Got a spread out here, you can see. Probably about, I don't know, 60 or 70 feet behind the boat. Most of them are Bandit 300s. The water temperature is 82.3. So we're gonna look for some bait balls, and we're just gonna see what we can do. Right now I'm in the Big Allison Creek, right in the creek channel, about only about 1/3 of the way in from the main lake. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm working my way out. If I don't get anything between here and the mouth of the creek, I'll probably go to Crowder's Creek next. Just gonna look and see what I can find. So it's a beautiful morning. It's really cloudy and overcast. So we'll see what happens. All right, got our first fish of the day. Pretty bass here. Now, always keep your pliers. Always keep your pliers handy when you're fooling with crankbaits. You don't want to get these crooks in your hands or your arms or anywhere. And this he's pretty well stuck. So best thing to do is just get one prong at a time and be very careful not to frustrate him and get him out of there. Let's see here. Trying not to tear his mouth too bad. Sometimes there's just no way around it. Uh-oh, got another fish on. Got another fish on. Can't do nothing about it right now. Beautiful bass right there. I mean, a beauty. That's a 17-inch bass. All right, he's beauty. We're gonna let him go. Well, I took my time with that first fish. I had him all tangled up, but that's what he came on. That was a pretty bass. I don't know how much he weighed. I didn't weigh him. But anyway, I had another bite and I missed it. Fooling with that one. That's part of this type of fishing. So at least we didn't get skunked. Got one fish so far, and that was fun. In case you're interested, when I start pulling crankbaits on this lake, which by the way, I'm on Lake Wylie. It's a shallow lake, but when I start pulling crankbaits, I'm usually running 1.5 miles per hour. That's where I start. And I very rarely go slower than 1.4. So you need a good strong battery for your trolling motor. Sometimes I'll bump it up to 1.6 and 1.8. That's probably about the tops for me. So anywhere from 1.4 to 1.8, usually 1.5 or 1.6 is really the sweet spot. So just a little free advice if you want it. All right, folks, I just had another hit, and I wasn't able to get that fish, but it hit on the blueback, the blue and silver, blue and chrome, whatever, and it ran toward the boat. By the time I got the slack up out of it, that thing had gotten off. Probably another bass or maybe a white perch. But here's the thing, here's a little tip. If you do this type of trolling, this is a little tip from Mike Baker out of Missouri. He's the trolling king. So when you bring a rod in, you always move the other rods toward the middle, and then you can cast out toward the side of the boat, and then you don't have to worry about tangles. These things will, once you put them in the rod holder, they'll line right back up. So that's a tip. The way you've got your spread laid out there, whenever you get a fish on, you try to, if you can, you try to keep him in that same line, in that same lane, I should say, bringing them in. But then when you get ready to cast your reel back out there, you want to move your outside rods in, and then that way you can cast to the side of the boat or at an angle, at the very least. It's really helpful. So Mike Baker videos, he's the guy you want to watch. He knows a lot more about this than I'll ever know. Now folks, here's an example. Here's an example of how you could catch anything, and I mean anything, on these crankbaits. Right here's a really good eating size catfish. For those of you that love them, there you go. It's a nice catfish here. Good little fish. And I'm gonna let him go because I don't care anything about him. So we're gonna put him back. That one came on the pink and the black. So I've been fishing about, let's see, about 25 minutes. I've had 3 or 4 bites, and I've missed some fish. I've been a little tardy, but so far I put one really nice bass in the boat, and then that was a good, like I said, eating size catfish. So anyway, this is definitely a multi-species type of fishing. So get your crankbaits and get out here. All right, so sometimes when you're pulling crankbaits, you get what can only be described as chaos. Right now I had 4 rods go down at once. All right. The only way I can describe that is to say it was chaos, like I said. So, had 4 rods go down. One of them was hung in a treetop, so I pulled up a limb. But the others were 2 nice bass and 1 pretty good white perch. So here they are. I got them all in the net. So that was crazy. Caught 3 fish at once, basically. Okay, so here's an update. I've been fishing right at an hour. Started fishing about 6:20 and it's 7:19. So I've been fishing an hour, and I got another fish on right here. Hang on just a second. Got another one on. I had 2 fish in the first 45 minutes, and then just a few minutes ago I had 4 come in at the same time. So I got a little bitty tiny one here. Oh, he just got off. Okay. Anyway, I caught 6 fish in an hour, and just went through a little chaos where I had actually 4 fish in the net at once. So that was a little fun. But so far I've caught 1 catfish, 3 bass, and 2 white perch. Haven't got any crappies yet, but having a good time. Well, I stand corrected. I had 4 fish at once. I didn't even know I had this little guy. I just reeled this one in. So I had 2 perch and 2 bass on at the same time. Plus, I had a piece of brush pile. So I had like 5 rods going at the same time. Crazy. Here's a couple of nice bass. Here's another one over 17 inches. 2 pretty ones. I'm gonna let them go. Couple little perch. We'll throw them in the box for now. There you go. Uh-oh, got another big one on here. Big fish over here, looks like. Rod's going crazy. Let's see what we got here. Sorry about that, I turned my camera around. Let's see. I bet I got another bass on. This joker's going crazy. Got to tighten my reel seat up. This thing's my reel's trying to jump out of the rod. We don't want that for sure. It's a good fish here. Feels somewhat substantial. Luckily he's on the outside rod. Get down here in the floor where I can bring him up if I need the net. So I tell you, this pulling crankbaits can really be exciting. I don't think this fish is as big as I thought he was. He's wrapped up. I think he's probably a perch, decent sized perch, the way he's swimming. Yeah, he's foul hooked. He's a perch, but he's foul hooked. So there he is. So there's another perch. Looks like we're gonna have a perch jerk day today. All right, let me get my pliers. Get my pliers, because I don't want to get stabbed. You gotta have pliers if you're gonna fish like this, boys, with these crankbaits. And girls, I don't know why I said boys. Whoops, there, see there? Came right off. Perfect. There he is. In the box we go. So now I've caught 3 bass, 3 perch, and 1 catfish. Not bad for an hour. Pretty good morning. Okay, here's another tip for you. Look at this swivel. Swivel has been pulled apart. If you get something larger than a small panfish, use the net. I tried to swing a bass. Big mistake. Now I lost the lure. The bass left with my crankbait, and all he left me was this old swivel. Now the swivel didn't break. It basically just pulled open. Popped open the little flange, little mechanism there, and pulled open. Shame on me though. I know better. Get in a hurry, you do stupid things. So there's a tip for you. If you got something that's a decent size, use the net. Well, I'm on my way home now. Had a good morning. I fished 4.5 hours. I caught 31 fish. And I had 17 in the box, but I gave 4 or 5 of the smaller white perch to a guy that was catfishing, so he could use them for bait. So I guess I've got about a dozen or so in the live well. But it was a pretty good day. A lot of fun pulling crankbaits.